Alright, I'm back with an update video this time. So, since I released all of those PS4 and PS5 collection videos, and I finally got to the end of them, I have both a bunch of new PS4 and PS5 games since those videos came out, or since I filmed those videos. I'm filming this on, what is it, the 2nd of July, I think? Yeah, 2nd of July. So you can count from that how many weeks it took me to actually release this video, but this is a collection video update for July 2024. I'll start with PS5 and move back in time through the PS4, and then I have a strategy guide at the end. So first of all, I got the deluxe edition for Pacific Drive. I haven't opened this yet, still sealed. Yeah, this is a driving horror game, which is a combination that intrigues me a lot. Let's put it like this. It's not exactly in the center of the video, but it's close enough. Who cares? Right, then I have picked up Undernaut's Labyrinth of Yomi. The art style in this one is just brilliant. Yeah, this is a dungeon crawler, Japanese game, released by Axis, which is a. Or is this developed by Axis? Who is this developed by? I actually don't know, but yeah, I've heard good things about it, so I got it for cheap during a sale. Then I have a couple of PS5 games that I have already played and completed. First one is Grey Hill Incident Abducted Edition. This is a awful horror game, but it does acknowledge how bad it is. So it's a type of game that it's so bad that you kind of want to experience it anyway. And the writing in this game is ridiculous. Right. It also comes with this. It has some unique extra items. I haven't seen this sort of thing before. There is a fictitious newspaper clipping or newspaper article. On one side, it advertises aluminum foil, and then on the other side, there is a clipping for a flying saucer spotting. Lunatics and conspiracy theorists claim to have seen a UFO. And then there is a guide for how to make your own tinfoil hat. So that's some good extra materials. Yeah, but the game is not. It's not good. The gameplay is pretty awful. It's completely broken stealth mechanics and puzzles that aren't really even puzzles. Right. But a better game that I played recently, this is Still Wakes the Deep. It's an okay walking simulator horror game. Quite repetitive, but it takes place on an oil rig, which is a very interesting location to set the game in. Developed by the Chinese Room, so the people who made Dear Esther, a game that I absolutely hate, and some other walking simulator games that I haven't played. I think this is the second game that I've played by them, so... compared to Dear Esther, this is a high recommendation. It's an interesting game. It's also completely spoken in Scottish accent, so it has this Scots accent in it, which is very interesting. Yeah, Still Wakes the Deep. This is brand new. I think it was while I'm filming this, I think this released in just an under a week ago. Yeah, getting some pretty good reviews. I don't think it's anything spectacular, but if you like walking simulators, you like these slower tempo horror games where you're just looking around and doing some light puzzles, then Still Wakes the Deep, I can recommend it. Right, PS4 stuff then. I picked up Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I got it for cheap. I bought it only for the campaign, so I'll play the campaign at some point. Also got Code Vein, which is a anime style Souls-like game. Didn't get the best reviews back in the day when it was released, but I'll check it out anyway. Right, then at the flea market, I picked up NBA 2K20 for literally €1. This was €1, so why not? The last NBA game that I've played is NBA 2K14 for the PS4. So a 6-year break for me from NBA titles. I believe this is just before the NBA 2K series started doing all the ridiculous microtransactions. So this one should still be okay, I guess. I haven't followed basketball in years and years and years, so I only got that for maybe some little fun on the side. Right, then I have some Japanese import games here for the PS4, straight from the source, hand delivered to me by a friend of mine, so thank you for this if you're watching. Some shoot 'em up games first. This is Dodonpachi Blissful Death Reincarnate, or something like that. It has a long title, it's not on the side, so I think it's Blissful Death Reincarnation. So this is one of the older Dodonpachi games. I believe the fourth one in the series, maybe? One of those early cave Dodonpachi games. This is a remake of Daiojo. I believe that's the fourth one in the series. One of the most beloved shoot-'em-up games of all time. I did play through this a couple of times. There are a lot of game modes and a lot of variations that you can do with all the characters and the planes. Not the planes. What are they? These are like what are you controlling in this? Like the robots that you fly. Are the robots? Are the mechas? Are the planes? I can't remember. Anyway, lots of different the ships. Yeah, the ship is the word I'm looking for. Yeah, ship combinations and pilot combinations alter how you play the game. So I haven't tried out all of them, but I did play through it a couple of times. I can see why people love it so much. I do prefer still Ketsui, which is another pickup. I have played through Ketsui probably 20 or 30 times at this point. This is the Death Tiny or Death Tiny version, the PS4 version of that. Has a new game mode in it that wasn't on the PS3 release, and some new arranged music and so on. But yeah, this is one of my favorite games of all time. Although I'm very bad at playing it, I'm not a high score player by any means. I'm struggling to get through this sometimes, but I have beaten Ketsui, not on first credit, but like without using infinite lives. I've gotten through it with 9 credits, barely. So yeah, I love the music and the art style and the overall feel of these cave shooters, and especially Ketsui. Dodonpachi as well. I still prefer the music in Ketsui. I prefer the military art style. This has more of it's like an anime doll look to it, and I really like the simplistic gameplay of the Ketsui titles, maybe more than all these different combinations that Dodonpachi give you. In Ketsui, you only have 2 ships. In Dodonpachi, you have 3 ships and 3 pilots, and then all the different combinations from those. Yeah, great shoot 'em up games. And then nextly, that's not even a word. Next, I have picked up River City Girls 1+2. Oh, by the way, these Japanese games, these have English language in them. All the menus are in English, so you can easily play through them. River City Girls 1+2. This also should have English language as an option, I believe. So this has both of the original River City Girls. There is a River City Girls 0, which is probably a different game. I don't even know. I don't even know how I haven't been following these new releases very closely lately. So maybe there are 3 of these games now, but this has 2 of them. There's also the North American releases for Reverse the Girls, separate 1 and 2, but those are very expensive. This is quite cheap. It's like less than 20 euros if you get it in Japan. I don't know how expensive it is with import costs, but probably not that much. And then lastly, I picked up Manifold Garden, which is a first-person puzzle game. Very trippy-looking game. If I'm not mistaken, this also has English language as an option. If it doesn't, it's a puzzle game, so there isn't that much text in it anyway. So you can probably get through it even without much language knowledge or language skills. Yeah, Manifold Garden. And then on top of those games, I found in a clearance bin of a local game store, I found this strategy guide for Tenchu Fatal Shadows. It was so cheap, I had to get it. I like strategy guides. I don't have that many of them, because they are quite rare to find in these parts where I live. But yeah, Tenchu Fatal Shadows is probably the worst game in the Tenchu series, in my opinion. I played it way back in the day on a PS2. It's very silly. The voice acting is very, very silly, especially. I prefer Wrath of Heaven on the PS2 and the PS1 games over this, but it's still a good time. I'm still waiting for a new Tenchu game, but I don't know. Probably won't ever get it. Yeah, this is a very typical strategy guide with all the characters and the maps and the move sets that you can do, and lots and lots of full color pictures in this one. So this is still one of those guides where they put in a lot of effort, where some of the later ones had black and white pictures in them and so on. This is in full color still. Boss battles. I like the art direction for the Tenchu series a lot. That's very well represented in this strategy guide. So yeah, that's that. Thanks for watching again, and I'll see you in some other video probably soon.